Liberty women's tennis in preparation for the Big South Championships coming up this week. Here to tell us more about it is head coach Jeff Maren. And coach, you draw Campbell on Wednesday. You've already beaten them once, so beating them a second time, what's it going to take?
Well, it's going to take a big effort because Campbell's a strong team, and we did win the match, but we had some very competitive doubles matches. Top three singles were competitive. We played pretty well at the bottom half of the lineup to win fairly comfortably there, but it's going to be tough. We are certainly not looking past Campbell. They're a very difficult team to play.
Coming off a road match at Richmond last time out on April 9th, what have you and the girls been doing to prepare for this Wednesday?
Well, the first thing I did was give them a few days off and just let them kind of relax and not think about tennis for a little bit. And then we got right back into preparations for doubles, working on doubles. Doubles is so important in conference tournament to get that first point. So we spent a lot of time working on that and just building their mental resolve and their desire to bring their best game next week. And so I think they're ready to play.
Speaking of the doubles points, you've won almost 3/4 of your doubles matches when you look at the record, 48-18. How important has that doubles point been for you this year?
Well, it's made a big difference, especially in the matches where, we had maybe what you would consider an upset. We had to win some tight doubles matches to do that. And so that's made a big difference for us. And I think that it builds confidence because when you win the doubles point, you go into singles feeling like, hey, we have kind of a leg up here and we have an advantage. And so you're always trying to get that doubles point.
Speaking of singles now, you've got 90s single match wins, and a lot of them have come from your 4, 5, and 6 position players. So the depth on this team is pretty tremendous this year, isn't it?
It is. It's pretty strong. In fact, even the players who are subbing in, coming in from 7 and 8 and playing in at times, have winning records and are doing really well as well. So our depth is pretty good, and even in our top spots, they're competing really hard against the best players from other teams, and still holding their own and winning their share of matches too. So I think depth makes a big difference in the overall outcome of a match. You may lose a match here or there, but at the bottom you're gonna make up for it.
Big South Championships beginning on Wednesday at UNC Asheville. Do you coach? Do you play differently in these championship type formats?
You play, sometimes teams play a little more nervous. They get a little bit thinking maybe too much about the outcome of things. So we have really spent a lot of time on talking about, preparing one match at a time. But at the same time, one of the things we've done this year is we've kind of grouped our matches into threes throughout the season. And so we'll say this first round, second round finals, and just kind of give them the feel of advancing in a tournament. We've done that the entire season. And so I think that going into this tournament, they're excited about their first round match. And then when that's done, they'll be excited about the next round. And I think the mental approach to playing a tournament is a little different, but I think our girls are ready for it.
I think the goal at the end of every year is to be playing your best tennis. So give me an idea of some of the girls and how they're playing right now.
Well, I think that all of our girls are doing pretty well. Our seniors are stepping up and playing excellent. Brittany had a big win against a really solid player in Richmond last week, and she's obviously playing really well in doubles, leading at the top at number 1 doubles. Nicola is what we call a tough out. She rarely loses. I think she only lost a few matches this year, and she's playing at number 6, and she's just a difficult person to beat because she doesn't beat herself. And that makes a big difference, especially in those spots. And then Evangeline, of course, she's done really well. She had we put her up at number 3 because Marielle was out for about 3 weeks, and so Evangeline, everybody actually had to move up a spot. And she took some knocks there at number 3, but now she's back down in her normal spot, and she's doing really well and playing great tennis. So all the girls are really just stepping up and doing a good job.
All right, Jeff, congratulations on a great season. Hopefully the postseason treats you just as well.
Thank you very much.
That's head women's tennis coach Jeff Maren in preparation for the Big South Championship starting Wednesday for the Lady Flames against Campbell in Asheville, North Carolina. For the coach, I'm Alan York for the Liberty Flames Sports Network.